problem 28 in the Calculus Summer Review Packet. In this problem, we are being asked to write the equation in standard form and then identify the conic. So when we write something in standard form, we like to organize it so that any variable that's squared is on the left side and then anything else is on the right side. And along with the variable that's squared, you also want to include its matching non-squared variable. So like you see the x is squared, so we want to keep the x over here as well. The y also happens to be squared, so we want to keep the y over here as well. But the 52, we want to move that over to the right side because it's not a variable and it's not a squared variable for sure. So it's going to turn into a minus 52 over there. And in fact, let me just go ahead and change that right now. So now it says equals negative 52. Then we want to complete the square. And we want to complete the square twice, once for each variable. So first we want to complete the square for the x's, and then we'll complete the square for the y's. So to complete the square, first thing we want to do is we want to factor out 4 from both of these terms. So that gives me x squared minus 4x, and then I'm going to leave a blank because you know completing the square, this is one of my favorite ones, you have to leave the blank there. And then from the y's we're going to factor out a 3, so that's going to leave us with y squared plus 8y, and then leave another blank, and then you have the equals negative 52. And then when you complete the square, this is the one where you divide the middle term in half. So that gets you negative 2, and then you square that. Whenever you square something, it goes positive. So it's going to give us plus 4. And then we got to put the same thing in over on the other side of the equation to be fair. But we really didn't put in a 4. We really put in 4 times this 4 out in front of the parentheses. So we really put in a 16. So I'm going to add a 16 over here. Then we want to do the same thing for the y. So we want to divide the middle term in half. That makes 4. Square that. That makes 16. But we didn't really put in a 16. We really put in a 16 times 3, which is 48. So we really want to put in a plus 48 over here. And then we kind of want to rewrite these as perfect squares. So you have the 4 out front, and then this would turn into x minus 2 squared. And if you didn't know, the reason I know just off the top of my head that this is minus 2 is because when I divide the middle term in half, that's what goes here. And then we have the plus 3 times, and then this is going to be y plus 4 squared. And then we have to total up negative 52 plus 16 plus 48. And that gives us 12. Okay, but we know on conic equations, the ones that have an x squared and a y squared, they always end up equaling 1 because it's either going to be an ellipse or a hyperbola. They always equal 1. So how are we going to make this equal 1? Well, we're going to divide it by itself. So if we divide everything by 12, and then reduce some fractions, 4 over 12 comes into 1 over 3. So it's going to be x minus 2 squared over 3, plus 3 over 12 reduces to 1 over 4, so it's going to be y plus 4 squared over 4. And then 12 over 12 reduces to 1. And what is this called? Well, the one that has the plus in the middle, because right now you're tossing up between ellipse and hyperbola. The one that has the plus in the middle is the ellipse. So there we have it. That's the standard form of the equation for the ellipse. And I wish we could talk more about conics because those are my favorites. But maybe in a different video. If you need more tutoring for the summer, contact me. Contact information is at the end of the video and also below in the description. Thanks.